Yeah, obviously it's a nice feeling being here. Just trying to take it all in, really. It's been a little bit of a slow start. I haven't really trained much. I had a recovery session yesterday and a little bit of light training today. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
It is extraordinary, your story. 6 years ago, you were playing non-league football for Western Supermare. 6 months ago only, you made your Premier League debut, and now here you are at England camp. I mean, what do you make of that rise? Have you had to pinch yourself a little bit at times?
Yeah, I think so. Looking back, it has been a bit of a journey, but it has been a great journey, and I've had some tough times on the way, but also some good ones. I was actually speaking to the S&C coach here, Ben, and about 3.5 years ago, because he came into Brentford for a day, I was asking him, what's Harry Kane's routine like? How is it? And yeah, a few years later, I'm here training with him. So yeah, it is a bit of a shock, but enjoyable as well.
You say you haven't had a chance to do much training. Have you done a little bit alongside Harry Kane, though? Have you had a chance to have a chat with him? What's he said to you so far, the captain?
Yeah, I spoke to him a couple of times, actually. He's a really nice guy. Just asking him, how he trains, what he does, how he looks after. So definitely.
No pressure, Ollie, but it sounds like two of your former clubs, Brentford and Exeter, get a pretty big cash boost if you make your England debut. Is that right? Have they been in touch with you?
No, I don't keep in touch with them about things like that. But yeah, I hope they do. Obviously, I hope I make my debut, and I hope that can help them in the future. Two clubs that helped me develop and played a massive part in my career. So I only hope they get something out of it.
I mean, absolutely no disrespect to San Marino or Albania here, but from a striker's point of view, they'd be kind of dream opponents to make your England debut against, wouldn't they? You'd get a few chances, you fancy.
Yeah, playing against any team, it would be a dream to make my debut, and yeah, like I said, any game for England, it would be a dream. But I think the main focus is obviously to win, and if I get on the pitch, then I'll try and make the most of it.
There's a bit of a carrot and stick from Gareth Southgate, and I guess that's because we're so close to the Euros. Only 5 games before the Euros start from an England perspective now. He praised you really highly when he called you up on Thursday. He talked about your speed, how well you press the game, the runs you make in behind. But he also said he thinks you need to improve your link-up play. I don't know if you heard that, and if so, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's all true. I feel like pressing is one of my strongest attributes. I like to show energy and get around the field, but also I feel like I do need to improve my link-up play. It's something I spoke to the coaches and the manager about at Villa, and yeah, just trying to be a little bit more clever, really, and win fouls and bring other people into the game quicker. So something I'm trying to work on, and hopefully I can improve that.
Listen, I've got to ask you on a fairly serious topic about the debate that's happening at the moment between whether players should kneel or stand before a game in solidarity with the campaign for equality. Your Villa and England teammate Tyrone Mings has done a special interview with us on Sky Sports News where he says for him, the image of players kneeling before a game is still very powerful and he wants to continue it. Scotland, by contrast, have said that they've decided they're going to stand before all of their internationals in this international break. So what's your view on it? What do you think is the strongest image?
It's hard to say. I have my own opinion on it. We've actually got a team meeting about that tonight, and I'll keep my views to myself. But I think everyone has their own different opinions, and like Tyrone said, and delivered really well. I think it's important that we keep doing it. It's a very touchy subject, and I think it's a very powerful message that people are still talking about it, and it reminds people, why we are doing it.
Good man. Last one from me, if that's okay. As I said, there's 5 games to go before the Euros. You're in the squad, and we don't know what's going to happen. There is between now and then, but this is a heck of an opportunity for you. Do you start thinking that you really want to place in that Euros and that's the target now? Is that in your mind as you come into this England squad for the first time?
Yeah, I'm not trying to think too far ahead. I just take each day and training session as it comes, you know, focus on the next. That's what I always got told. So I'm just going to try and enjoy this week, you know, work hard and make a good impression, and then see where it goes from there. You know, after that, try and perform well week in, week out for my club, and then see what happens. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Next, we'll go to Ian Dennis of BBC Sport.
Good to meet you. I've read a lot of articles about you lately. In fact, I heard Clinton Morrison on BBC Five Live talking about how hard you had to work as a youngster, particularly at Exeter. I know you're only 25 now, but what would your message be to any youngsters? And is that catchword, that buzzword, relevant to you? And did you think about that on a long journey down, at least a mile, as the car was that drew you into St George's Park?
I think just to keep believing, as cliche as it sounds, I think you need to have that self-belief, but also you're never actually that far away, as far away as you think, sorry. There was times where I was, you know, York away, sat in the stands and thinking, get me on the pitch, you know, playing in reserve games, but it only takes one injury, you're in the squad, and then if you take your chance, I think you find your feet and you could become a regular. So that's what happened for me. And yeah, I took my chance. I played well in the games I did, and then I ended up moving to Brentford, and it went up from there. So just to keep believing and work hard, really.